Hey everyone, this is a bit of a talk through of a recent sea butterfly attempt that I had. Some folks have been asking for this type of walkthrough, so I'm going to do it. Before getting started, you're going to want to have giant crane flies and metal spinners. We're going to be using metal spinner for the prep, and I'll explain why. But to get started, I use the metal spinner and I cast out, and I'm gonna double hook the first weak bite that I get, and it'll be scorpion fly, which isn't super ideal. You'll see after I catch it, I actually stop fishing as I'm deciding whether or not I want to reset or not. Scorpion fly is a little bit more ideal because you only need to use surface slap instead of identical cast, so it's less of a GP burn, but it's early enough out that it'll be fine. I pop patience and I will continue to prep as normal, and I'm going to individually catch each Sky Fairy as they come up. And some of them will be scorpion flies, and frankly, I have about 12 minutes or so until the sea butterfly window comes up. So if I can just get whatever I can get, that's just more Angler's Art stacks, which is more GP in the future that I'm banking. So I'll just keep catching all of the single bites here, which are the only thing that's going to be coming off the metal spinner. Metal spinner is great for sea butterfly prep because it will only catch scorpion fly and sky fairy, which are the two fish you need for sea butterfly intuition. So what I'll do is I'll just keep using patience and use a cordial when I need it, and just keep catching these weak bites until I have two Sky Fairies. So that's the first one. See, I pop Patience again, and I just keep going. You can actually sort of tell the difference between Sky Fairies and Scorpion Flies. Sky Fairies bite a little bit later than Scorpion Flies. There's a bit of an overlap, but after a while, you'll eventually tell like that's a Scorpion Fly or that's a Sky Fairy. So this one was an early bite, so I knew that this was going to be a scorpion fly, and basically just gave me more AA stacks. I'm just building up. Basically, each stack roughly ends up equating to about 50 GP back in the end. So this is going to be right now 150 GP that I'll get later in the future. This will be another Sky Fairy, and since this will be my second one and I need 3 and I don't want to pop Intuition, I'll hit Identical Cast, and then that's it. I wait and I just make sure to switch my bait over to Giant Crane Fly, and then we head into the actual window. So I was a little distracted here. I think I was talking in Discord, so I should have cast it out around about 4:53, but instead I cast it out after the window because then I would have got the intuition as the window was opening, which is just a little bit more optimal. But with current techniques, you have a little bit of wiggle room, so it's not really that big of an issue. So I cast out, I will get my third Sky Fairy. I'm already on Giant Crane Fly, and what I'll do is I will hook it, and this will give me the intuition. And I will hit Surface Slap, and Chum pops Thaliac's favor early. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done that. What I should have done is just kept chumming and then used a cordial. But that's mostly because you want to, in short windows like this, because like cordial has a certain time of regen, you can get 2 cordials off in a single window for sea butterfly. If you pop it earlier rather than later, then you have more of a chance to actually use that. So that was a bit of a goof on my part, but it didn't hurt me that much in the end. And I just keep chumming through this entire window, letting any of the fish go that aren't triple exclamation points or the ferocious bites. That just saves time. You definitely need to do that here. And some people still think chum canceling is needed, but in patch 6.0 that was changed, so you don't actually need to chum cancel anymore. So the intuition finishes, and I switch immediately back to metal spinner, and I believe yeah. So what I do here is decided I needed some GP, and I kind of was trying to figure out my GP management here. But what I was doing is by using prize catch and a cordial, I am able to double hook the first weak bite here, which will give me 3 more Angler's Art stacks, so I'll be at 5. So I have now 250 GP or so banked, which I will then immediately spend on Thaliac's Favor. I cast out because I know I'll hit 400 by the time that the Sky Fairies bite, and I just slapped the Scorpion flies again so that I guaranteed that Sky Fairy bite. Double hook, bring it in, and I got lucky here, and they became large sized, and I got 4 of them. So that gave me 4 stacks of Angler's Arts, which was 200 GP on top of the 2 that I got. So I had about 300 that I just gained, which let me throw a chum out and then basically catch whatever this first bite is. It was pretty long. I was kind of hoping for a clean sea butterfly, but that didn't come up. Ended up being another Sky Fairy, whatever. Slapped, chummed again, and cast it out, and kind of just repeated as we went. And nothing really exciting happened for the rest of this, so I'm going to quickly zoom through it. Okay, so after that intuition ended, nothing came up, so I didn't get a sea butterfly bite. I didn't get the chime. The text showed up, so I knew it wasn't going to bite. So I switched back to Metal Spinner, and now I'm really low on GP, and I have about 2.5 minutes left until the window closes for Sea Butterfly. I noticed that I had about 45 seconds left on my cordial, so what I did was and just started single catching whatever I can get to kind of prep. And I got a little bit fortunate here where I ended up getting like 1 of each. So I could easily pivot onto into a slap to double hook if I really needed to, because I would have enough GP for that. But it got a little bit sketchy here. If I had a few more Angler's Art stacks, I probably would have had a much smoother time here, but I'm not a huge fan of showing up to a window and just like every window you're getting 10 Angler's Art stacks. I really only get it when it's absolutely necessary, which would be for a few fish. But anyways, cordial's back up now. I believe this would have been the second or third. I lost kind of attention, but I believe that was the third scorpion fly. So now I'll go out, I've slapped it, and I will cast back out, hit double hook. Another thing is, if I had used my cordial sooner, I wouldn't have had to wait as long. And if you notice, it's about 6:50. The window ends at 7, so I'm only going to get like 1 chance at this. I frantically push a bunch of buttons to get that 1 cast out, figuring I'm only going to get 1 or 2. If it's a really long bite, I'll probably get 1. It was a long bite, but it ended up being not what I was looking for. So by the time that came out, I had just enough time to sneak in 1 last cast, and in the end, it didn't end up actually being, it ended up not being the sea butterfly. So that's how I approach sea butterfly. If this was helpful, please let me know. If there's anything else that you would like to know, just let me know, like in the comments or on Twitter or something. But beyond that, good luck and happy fishing.